with an inside look at the hottest action from the world of sports. This is Fox 54 Sports Extra. Now, your hosts, Mo Carter and Nick Kuzma.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Sports Extra special right here on Fox 54. And this time, we're taking a deep dive into one of America's deepest rivalries, the Iron Bowl, and it features Alabama and Auburn. I'm Mo Carter, and that's Nick Kuzma.
We hope you're having a wonderful Thanksgiving week. We're not natives to this state, but longtime sports fans have told us that Thanksgiving brings families together, but 2 days later, the Iron Bowl, it separates them right apart. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Indeed. Hey, let's take a look at what's on tap for this special.
Right off the bat, we'll talk to a number of coaches and former players about the importance of the Iron Bowl. Mo and I also chatted with the guys from various Locked On podcasts about how impactful the Iron Bowl is in this state and around the country.
Now, prior to their great careers as high school football coaches, Kelvis and LaRon White, they both sported the crimson and white in the 90s, and they also played in this game multiple times. And finally, Nick and I will give a preview of the 2025 Iron Bowl game.
Now, Mo, you've been in this state more than a dozen years, had opportunity to see a few great battles in the Iron Bowl along the way.
Indeed. I also had an opportunity to chat with many individuals who have either played or coached in this big game. Here's a look at what they had to say when it comes to the importance of America's greatest rivalry.
In the state of Alabama, people talk about the Iron Bowl every day, 365 days a year. It comes up in conversation everywhere.
That game is about equal to playing in the championship game.
I think you would have had to have grown up in this state to have the full meaning of just how deep this rivalry goes.
It separates the state for a day. It's very intense, biggest rivalry in the nation, so it's a very big game.
Always going to be a great game. You know, it's always going to be special in your heart, either you're an Auburn guy or you're an Alabama guy.
This is 52 yards into the breeze. Not strong, but there's some. The kick is up. Long enough. It's long enough, and it's good. He made it.
I can remember as a child, I mean, you were either an Auburn or an Alabama fan. There was no other team that anybody would admit pulling for.
Dollars to each of these universities on behalf of these athletes.
In '96 year, we played them in Birmingham. Dennis Ritter made a last-second run to win the game for us. You know, that was great. You know, the atmosphere was crazy. The crowd went crazy. So, you know, a kid 18 years old as a freshman year, you know, I never experienced anything like that. So, you know, it was something to look forward to every year.
For the past 40 years, these social wars have been settled on a battleground in Birmingham. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jim Nance, and welcome to the Southern Plains of Alabama, where for the first time ever, the Alabama Crimson Tide comes in to challenge the Auburn Tigers.
Well, you know, it needed to happen. And, you know, the game been played in Birmingham for, you know, since it started back playing it. And it really was not a home game for Auburn.
The coaches had to calm us down more than they did get us fired up for that game. We were able to come out and take an early lead, kind of went back and forth a little bit, and we ended up in the end coming out on top 30-20 in that first game ever.
Auburn going after it. Here's a good snap. It is blocked! It is blocked! It's caught on the run! It's caught on the run! He's going to score! David Wagner has scored! And Auburn is tied the game!
4th and goal and a half a yard. Jackson!
Touchdown! It's a game, you throw out all the records. You know, it's a game that both sides are going to remember for the rest of their life.
You put a lot of emphasis on one mistake can cost the game, you know? So when you play Auburn, you play in the championship game. They rather you lose the championship game than let that Auburn whoop.
Well, here at home in the Tennessee Valley, we have several great individuals who have played in the Iron Bowl for either Alabama or Auburn. Among those are LaRon and Kelvis White. The brothers played for the Alabama Crimson Tide in the late 90s.
Well, for me, it means, you know, being a kid from Alabama and growing up, you know, being an Alabama fan, it meant the world to me because, You know, actually, me and Kelvis, he was an Auburn fan for a long time, always, pretty much all through childhood until he went to Alabama. And playing in the game is something special. You know, his dream come true, and people don't realize how big the rivalry is and how much each team want to win that ball game.
In 1999, you know, we went on to win the SEC championship, but that game, you know, with Sean Alexander and Chris Samuels, some guys that went on and played in the NFL, and it was just you know, it was a great game, great atmosphere, and of course we went out and pretty much dominated the game. So, and like I said, it was just a great night, and you know, I just remember that one sticks out to me, just the way we won the game.
You respect those guys because we know what they went through, and they know what we went through to try to, you know, be successful at Auburn and Alabama.
Even you said, even some Auburn guys, you know, some guys that being from the state, you played against them in high school, and you know, some of them probably was teammates and played in all-star games together. So they get a chance to see them that play against them and compete against them. You know, I think it's just it's a great rivalry, and like I said, it's just a great moment. I'm Roll Tide all the way. You know, now I don't pull against Auburn. You know, that's the one thing I don't do. I don't pull against them, you know, until that one game. But I'm 100% Alabama. You know, I left a lot of blood, sweat, and tears on that field, so I don't have a choice. So I'm definitely an Alabama fan.
All right, the Iron Bowl isn't just a big deal for the players and coaches, it's also a huge deal for the fan bases. Nick Kuzma spoke with Mike Gittins about his experiences through the years. But first, let's revisit another great Iron Bowl moment. In 2009, second-ranked Alabama entered Jordan-Hare Stadium undefeated, and the Auburn Tigers had upset on their mind. In the third quarter, Auburn seemed to pull away when Chris Todd found a streaking Darwin Adams on a 72-yard touchdown to give the Auburn Tigers a third-quarter lead. But late in the fourth quarter, Greg McElroy led Alabama down the field on a 15-play, 79-yard drive that was capped off by a Roy Upchurch touchdown. Alabama would win 26-21. The following week, they would throttle Florida for the SEC title and defeat Texas in the BCS title game.
Calhoun Community College. More than 200 athletes, 15 teams. Learn, compete, succeed. On the court, on the field, and in the classroom. Calhoun Community College. Transforming lives, shaping futures.
Hello, folks. This is Greg Anthony, Sales Director for North Country Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Arab, Alabama, and Jasper, Alabama, bringing you our huge Black Friday sales event. So no matter what vehicle is on the lot,
Black Friday sales event? I need to get my credit card. I need new shoes. I need new clothes.
Actually, it's not a Black Friday sales event at the mall. It's a Black Friday sales event at the dealership. So that means no reasonable offer is going to be refused on any remaining automobiles left here on the spot.
Can I get a sports car?
No, you're not getting a new sports car. I'll see you soon.
Can I borrow your credit card?
No!
'Twas Christmas in Jack's country, where all across the South, folks crave something yummy while out and about. Come try the Merry Meal Deal, a flavorful treat. At just $6.99, it's a value-filled feast. The nuggets are hand-breaded, golden fried with care, with fries and a cheeseburger made with Southern flair. So dash through the drive-thru or come in today for Christmas traditions the Jack's Country way. We're Jack's, and we're all about the South.
Car wreck? Call Tyler Man Injury Law. Insurance companies are making it tougher than ever for car accident victims, charging higher premiums and then trying to shortchange you on your injury claim. But no matter what they do, one fact remains. On average, car accident victims with a lawyer get over 3 times more money than those without one. Now that you know the facts, don't settle for less. Car wreck? Call Tyler Man Injury Law, 256-400-4000.
Calhoun Community College. More than 200 athletes, 15 teams. Learn, compete, succeed. On the court, on the field, and in the classroom. Calhoun Community College. Transforming lives, shaping futures.
Watch Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman with the Fox 54 News Weather Impact Team.
Heading into the 1982 Iron Bowl, Coach Paul Bear Bryant and the Crimson Tide had defeated Auburn 9 straight times and were going for 10 in Bryant's last Iron Bowl. But Auburn had a secret weapon, Vincent Edward Jackson, but you may know him as Bo. Late in the game, Auburn trailed 22-17, and the Tigers faced 4th and goal from the 1. Head coach Pat Dye decided to give it to Bo Jackson. He leaped over the line and scored the game-winning touchdown just with seconds left. Auburn won the game 23-22, and this play was forever known as Bo over the top. And welcome back. As you see, the Iron Bowl has so many great memories.
Yeah, that's right, Mo. And this game has created legacies for many players and coaches throughout the years. And another thing that makes the Iron Bowl so special are its fans. Our friend Mike Gittins from the War Report grew up watching this very game before heading to the Plains as a student. In the early 2000s, I spoke to him about those experiences.
Playoff appearances on the line for Alabama, a bowl game is on the line, and potentially a job for DJ Durkin. If he beats the Tide in the Iron Bowl, it's going to make it really hard for the Auburn Brass not to want to hire him as the head coach here. So lots to take in. We just got news that it's going to be a night game in Jordan-Hare. So you've been there just like I've been there, man. Night games and absolute production with the light shows and the flyovers and the fireworks. I can't wait for it.
So yeah, let's jump a little bit into our personal histories with the Iron Bowl. So for me personally, this will be number 4 for me. I saw Bryce Young's last one, and obviously, I mean, Auburn kind of made it interesting there in the beginning, but then Alabama sort of leaned on Auburn back in 22. 23 was, of course, the fourth and forever, which sent Alabama eventually to the Rose Bowl. Last year, Alabama took care of business. For you, though, obviously you were a student at Auburn, you're an Auburn fan originally, and now you also have this piece of your life when you've been covering them. Can you sort of take me through your Iron Bowl history and what are some of your favorite moments?
Auburn lost the very first Iron Bowl I got to be a part of as a student. And it was back in 2001. Alabama came into that season with high expectations, and they completely flopped. Auburn, did a little better then. This is during Tommy Tuberville's time. But after that, they went on an epic run of 6 straight wins in the Iron Bowl. So I personally, during my time as a student, only saw one Iron Bowl loss before they just decided to win them all, Nick.
Ironically, I think in the last 20 years, when so many people think about the greatest Iron Bowl moments, a lot of them are coming from your perspective, from the Auburn perspective. You have the comeback, you have the kick six. What are some of your favorite ones since you've been a student?
That's a great one. Like, I didn't get a chance to be at the kick six, so that one was tough for me. It'd have to be the 2017 Iron Bowl. And there's something to be said about Auburn winning the game definitively. And that was the last time I think Auburn won the Iron Bowl definitively, where they just went out and they looked like the better team and they dominated that game, Nick. So, look, we all know Alabama, especially as of late, has just dominated this rivalry. It hasn't been much of a rivalry, but when Auburn has been able to pull out the win, we've seen some really, really good games. 2019, kind of a fluky one for Auburn, but that was the last time they beat Alabama. You needed 2 pick sixes to win that game.
Let's talk about the Jordan-Hare effect, so to speak. When you're at an Auburn football game and you're entering the fourth quarter, one of the clips that is played is Nick Saban saying, "That place is haunted." What's it about Jordan-Hare? Why do you think that place can be such a difficult place to play, and what makes it even more so in a game like the Iron Bowl?
Nick, Jordan-Hare is obviously a loud place. It is a place where if you go there, expect a fight. Expect a fight. Expect it to be one of those things where you are it's hard to get out of there with a win. It really is. At media days, the Georgia players said this. They said Jordan-Hare is the hardest place to go play in the SEC, if not the country. Hats off to John Cohen and the Auburn Brass. They have made night games at Jordan-Hare an absolute event. Again, light shows, fireworks, flyovers. They let an endangered species loose from the top of the stadium to fly around while we all say War Eagle, and it lands at midfield. There are a few sporting events I think that actually rival the experience that an Auburn home football game is, particularly at night.
You have the east side of the state, you have the west side of the state, literally where the schools are located. You used to meet right in the middle in the Iron City of Birmingham, Alabama. No, obviously, we're on campuses now. But what is it about the Iron Bowl that is just so special that it transcends local, statewide sports and turns into a national event?
You know, again, I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but it is the passion of the fans, right? If fans don't care, you can't have a rivalry like this. And if you know what it's like down here, if you've ever been down here, if for those outside of maybe the Alabama footprint who may be watching this, it's hard to even show up to church the next morning if you're, depending on what side you're on, because the other side is going to be letting you know that there's bragging rights for 364 days. It matters. Alabama is a state without a professional sports team. One of the few states without a professional sports team. And so the Iron Bowl is so ingrained in the culture that it matters so much to the people here.
This year's game is so unique in that we have two teams that are completely opposite ends of the spectrum. We have one that's looking for a head coach and currently has an interim who is literally like getting a tryout for the job right now. And with the other who looks like they could potentially win a national championship if they dot their I's and cross their T's. And the underdog team can totally ruin the season. So let's talk about what this year's game means.
This year's game means potentially a job for DJ Durkin. It means pride for all of Auburn players who, what we saw versus Vanderbilt was that they had the wrong guy at the helm. And when you removed him from the equation and Derek Dix became the primary play caller, I saw these players have fun maybe for the first time this season, where they just went out and they played loose and they played free and they played with pride. It still matters to everybody. This game still matters to everybody. And make no mistake, Auburn has a chance to get bowl eligible if they win this game. Alabama has their sight set on the college football playoff, and one will keep the other from achieving the other's goals in this Iron Bowl.
Like Giddens, Luke Robinson also grew up in a family that made watching and attending the Iron Bowl mandatory. We'll talk to him about his experiences, but first, let's revisit another great Iron Bowl memory. On Thanksgiving Day in 1992, Alabama's 20-game win streak and number 2 ranking were both hanging in the balance of a scoreless game with Auburn. The Tide needed a spark in the third quarter, and they got it from All-American Antonio Langham.
Play action pass picked off by Alabama. It was intended for Parker. It could go all the way down the near sideline. Antonio Langham to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Alabama!
That victory propelled Alabama to wins in the SEC title game and national championship.
Hello, folks. This is Greg Anthony, Sales Director for North Country Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Arab, Alabama, and Jasper, Alabama, bringing you our huge Black Friday sales event. So no matter what vehicle is on the lot,
Black Friday sales event, I need to get my credit card. I need new shoes. I need new clothes.
Actually, it's not a Black Friday sales event at the mall. It's a Black Friday sales event at the dealership. So that means no reasonable offer is going to be refused on any remaining automobiles left here on the spot.
Can I get a sports car?
No, you're not getting a new sports car. I'll see you soon.
Can I borrow your credit card?
No.
An immense window of opportunity is opening, and if you don't adjust your investing strategies now, you and your portfolio may miss out. Think about all the parabolic stock moves you've missed simply because you weren't prepared. Well, not this time. My new book, Unbreakable Investor, will teach you how I'm already capitalizing on today's opportunities with winning trades like these.
Everyone should read this book.
My investing performance has improved.
I got the book, and it's been one of the best things I've ever done.
Charles Payne's book has allowed me to finally achieve the results that I'm looking for.
I have made substantial gains over what my broker produced over the years.
If you're considering getting Charles's book, don't wait.
Text me right now, and I'll send you a free copy.
Text the word GIFT to 505-505 to claim your free copy of Charles Payne's new book, Unbreakable Investor. Text GIFT to 505-505 and claim your free copy while supplies last. Text GIFT to 505-505 now.
'Tis the season when money is tight, but you could get up to $10,000 using your car title. I got $2,800 with my car title from TitleMax. Skip the holiday bustle, get money in as little as 30 minutes.
I got $8,700 with my car title from TitleMax.
And best of all, keep driving your vehicle while getting the cash you need. All makes and models welcome. Visit TitleMax.com today to get started, and you'll say, I got my title back with TitleMax.
Get your title back with TitleMax.
On weather impact alert days, watch extended coverage on Fox 54 Plus.
In 2010, Auburn's national title hopes were hanging in the balance as they entered the Iron Bowl against arch rival Alabama. Behind a potent offense that was led by Mark Ingram, the Crimson Tide jumped out to a 24-0 lead. But future Heisman Trophy winner Cam Newton remained calm and led the Tigers to a second-half comeback for the ages. Newton's comeback was complete on this play.
Cam takes the snap, looking for the receiver. He's got Lutz and Kirkin. Touchdown Auburn! Touchdown Auburn! Lutz and Kirkin!
Auburn would win 28-27 in the game known as the Cam-back. All right, everyone, we're joined now by Luke Robinson from the Locked On Bama podcast. Luke, always appreciate you, my friend. Can't believe football season is literally almost ending, but for a team like Alabama, they're trying to extend their season, and getting a win in the Iron Bowl will probably definitely help that, right?
Oh, there's no doubt. Look, the Iron Bowl is big every year, no matter what's on the line. There have been times when both teams just aren't very good, and some of those have been the better games. I mean, it's just the most heated and, in my opinion, the most important rivalry in all of college football. I believe Auburn's going to give it everything they have. They're a more talented team than their record suggests. They've got some pieces. It just hadn't gelled quite yet. It's not necessarily the ugliest rivalry there is. I think for the most part, people are respectful. Harvey Updike being a glaring exception. But I think, you know, it still is a heated rivalry, and it does bring a different presence to the field.
Look, I'll get you out here on this. When I first came to Alabama about a decade ago, I was always told how Thanksgiving brings families together and the Iron Bowl finds a way to separate them. Can you kind of just talk about, the history of the Iron Bowl when it comes to your family things, including like the days of you probably remembering when this game was actually played on Thanksgiving Day and not just the Saturday after Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it has been played on Thanksgiving a few times, and I've been to those games, and it's a lot of fun. I would skip Thanksgiving dinner to go to an Iron Bowl. There's no doubt about it. This game means so much to me. I've grown up in Alexander City, Alabama, which is essentially in the heart of Auburn country, is sort of Auburn annexed, and so a lot of my friends, Auburn fans from around here, and most everybody I know went to Auburn from this area. And my mom and my dad both started at Alabama. My dad's a couple years older than my mom. And my dad, when he got out of school, he decided to get married to my mother. And they moved back to Alex City. And so she had to leave Alabama and finish out her schooling at Auburn. But she is still the biggest Alabama fan, and not a lot of the Auburn stuff didn't rub off on her. She stuck with it, and this game means a lot to me and my family, and I know it means a lot to every family out there. And look, I know that this, like you said, it can create a lot of animosity amongst families. There's no doubt, but I really, as somebody now who has spent a lot of time. I've got some children that are in Columbus, Ohio. I get to go see them. I've been to Ohio State games. I've got a son at Arizona State, as I've mentioned. I've been to USC. I've been to UCLA. I've been to Penn State. I've been to a lot of these other schools and seen a lot of other games, just not even involving Alabama, because I do a lot of stuff with sports. And I want to tell you, Alabama and Auburn fans appreciate what we have. There's nothing like this. I don't care what Ohio State and Michigan fans say, or UCLA, USC, or Texas, Oklahoma. There's nothing like the Iron Bowl.
Aqua Living's biggest Black Friday sale ever. Absolute lowest prices of the year. Huge selection of hot tubs and swim spas made in the USA. Hot tubs starting at $21.99. Payments from $47 a month. Save up to $7,200 on luxury swim spas. Patented plug and power spas with no special wiring. Bad credit, no problem. 60 months, no interest, financing with zero money down. No payments until 2026. Aqua Living's Black Friday sale. Go to shophottubs.com.
This Friday, November 28th, starting at 9 a.m. for 24 hours only. It's Black Friday at Rooms to Go with doorbuster coupon values and amazing savings. Check your newspaper, your mailbox, online, or your Rooms to Go app for valuable Rooms to Go doorbuster coupons. Good for amazing store-wide savings. Plus, don't miss our Rooms to Go 55-month interest-free finance offer. That's 24 hours only. Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday, 10 to 10. Get amazing Rooms to Go Black Friday doorbuster coupon savings.
Do you want free internet? Forever? You got it. Really. We mean it. Spectrum is offering free fiber-powered internet forever. Want it? Just call this number and switch 4 mobile lines to Spectrum for a lifetime of internet you never pay for. It's not a trial. It's an unprecedented offer. So we'll say it again. Free fiber-powered internet forever. Have you called yet? Because your internet is forever. But this ad ends now.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, there's a lot to love. Did it hit your spirit? Right in the shine on not. The biggest stars. Ooh. Mariah Carey! And inspiring stories. I hope y'all feel the love.
Weekdays at 4 on Fox 54.
America's most captivating true crime stories. Dateline.
4th and goal. Here's the snap. Milrose stands in, lets everybody get downfield, still standing. He throws into the end zone.
He caught it.
It's caught! It's caught by Isaiah Bond! Caught by Isaiah Bond in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Yeah, it's to this date the coolest thing I've ever covered. I've gotten to be in local TV. Very lucky for 5 years and seen a lot of really cool things. That was by far the most consequential, exciting, and shocking play I've ever seen. People remember, Alabama had a huge fumble, and people may not remember this too because they beat Georgia, went to the Rose Bowl. But if Alabama didn't beat Auburn, they weren't getting the SEC championship, and the season was over. So after the fumble, everyone thought it was over, including the Auburn fans in the building. And then what happened was history.
Let's talk about this year's game real quick before we wrap up some things. Alabama is going down to Auburn. How do you see this one playing out, especially since Alabama's got to win to potentially go to Atlanta?
Yeah, Mo, I have no idea how this is going to play out. I'm going to pick Alabama. Alabama's the better team. Alabama should beat Auburn. Alabama should go to the SEC championship. Alabama should get in the college football playoff. They have proven since the loss to Florida State that they're one of the best teams in the country. Auburn has not proven much of anything except for the fact that maybe things are better now that Hugh Freeze is gone, but it's been one game. It's a very small sample size. However, you cannot, there's no calculation, there's no algorithm, there's nothing we can put into a computer to tell us how this is going to go when the fact that the underdog who is playing together feels that they have the monkey off their back after getting a head coach, after their head coach was fired, and they can end their arch rival season. If Alabama loses, we'll see in the Citrus Bowl. The playoff is over. The SEC championship is probably over. And, I can't possibly figure out how it's going to go, but I'm going to have to still pick Alabama.
All right, that'll do it for our Sports Extra special on the Iron Bowl. Remember, kickoff is set for Saturday at 6:30 down inside of Jordan-Hare Stadium. For Nick Kuzma, I'm Mo Carter. Have a great night, everyone.
Hello, folks.